Welcome to this week's Friday Focus. I would like to share with you something that happened to me last Saturday evening, in the hope that it enables you to be a bit more compassionate with yourself at times. It does contain some slightly strong language, not because I want to offend you, but just because I think it sums up the situation perfectly when these happen. So last Saturday, I had what I consider to be a fuck it moment. And what I mean by a fuck it moment is when you start something, so maybe it's eating or drinking or spending money, and you just kind of go, well, fuck it, I've started, so now I must as well carry on. And this is what happened to me last Saturday. So we had been two friends of ours for evening meal, and they had cooked us a very healthy, a very nutritious, a very delicious evening meal. I came away very satisfied, very full. We didn't have pudding because we didn't need it, and it was a really lovely evening. And I got home and I started to feel just a little bit antsy. I was feeling antsy because I was thinking, I don't really know what I should be doing. As if there is something that I should be doing on a Saturday evening. Like, I consider the only thing that I should be doing on a Saturday evening is sitting in front of the TV with the fire on. So, but for some reason, my brain was telling me I don't know what I should be doing. And that makes me feel antsy. And antsy, for me, is an emotion that I find challenging to be with. So, of course, my brain says, well, let's eat, that'll make us feel better. I wasn't hungry. I was full from my delicious meal. I wasn't hungry. But my brain and your brain will be the same. It thinks that food's going to make us feel better, or alcohol or spending money is going to make us feel better. So I thought, I'll just have some nuts. I didn't want to feel antsy, didn't want to do my thought work around it. So I was like, right, I'll just have some nuts. And then obviously that didn't fix it, because food doesn't fix our emotions or change our emotions or make them different. It's like, I'll have a little bit of cheese. And obviously that didn't work. And then I realised that in the cupboard I had a little bar of chocolate. Now this particular bar of chocolate was refined sugar-free and dairy-free. So it had coconut sugar instead of white sugar. And there was a jar of Nutella by it, and I didn't have any cravings for the jar of Nutella, whereas I used to spoon that, eat a whole jar by the spoonful easily. Didn't crave that, but this little bit of chocolate was there, and I was like, well, fuck it. I've started eating, so I might as well carry on. So I had the chocolate. That still didn't work. So then I was like, now I'm going to have some crisps and some more cheese, and eventually stopped because I was starting to feel very full and very sick. But the reason I'm sharing it with you is because a couple of years ago, I would have really shamed myself, beat myself up, judged myself and criticised myself for that behaviour. I would have been sat there thinking, what is wrong with me? Why can't I stop? Like, I would have added emotional discomfort onto a physically uncomfortable situation. So I was feeling physically uncomfortable because I'd eaten way too much, and it doesn't make the emotion go away. So I'm still feeling antsy, and now I would have added shame and embarrassment and judgment on top of it. But I didn't do that on Saturday. I was able to see how funny my primal brain was in thinking that we needed that food at that moment to make us feel better and survive. I was able to walk back into the lounge to my husband, sit down and go, I just totally lost it, and laugh at what I'd eaten. Even though I was feeling physically uncomfortable, I just sat there thinking, I just sat there saying to myself, well, there we go, I'm human. And whilst I'm a sugar coach, and whilst I'm a life coach, and this is what I teach my clients, I had even more reason to start judging myself and criticising myself on Saturday, but I didn't. Because I also realised that I am a human being. You are a human being. We cannot possibly be 100% perfect all of the time. So we can give ourselves a little bit of grace, a little bit of compassion, because we have a primal brain that does not understand the world we currently live in. it doesn't understand that we can sit with any emotion and it be completely harmless. It doesn't understand that. That is our job, to learn how to manage our minds so that we can talk to it. But still, even though I do this work, even though I know all of that, still as a human, I get overridden by my primal brain. And that's okay. So I want you to hear this story and use it to be compassionate towards yourself and your primal brain. I do not want you to take this story and use it as an excuse to eat sugar or drink alcohol or spend lots of money multiple times a day against your will all day, every day. That is not the purpose of this. Understanding that you're human means having compassion for yourself. Be willing to understand what your patterns of behaviours are, why you're doing something, and then making the very conscious decision about what you want to do. And sometimes that might be to drink, and sometimes that might be to eat, and sometimes that might be to spend money. But you have got a choice. That is the most amazing gift that we have as humans, is that ability to choose. Animals don't have that. They don't have that choice. We do. And it's okay to want alcohol. It's okay to want sugary foods. It's okay to want to spend money. But you can choose to want health or more energy or weight loss or a better job or a pay rise more. So you have a choice. You can want something, but you can choose to want something more. So day to day, hour to hour, that's where we want to be living, is making very conscious, very deliberate choices. And then when we have the fuck it moments, when we have the human moments and we end up eating all the food and drinking all the drink and spending all the money or whatever exercise, whatever activity it is that you want to do, and for some people actually it is exercise, we can give ourselves some compassion and some grace. We can learn from it and we can move on. So if you are ready to start getting control of your cravings, if you are ready to start feeling better, to wanting your health, your energy or your lifestyle more than you want the sugary foods, I can help you. So please get in touch. I can't wait to hear from you. Have an amazing week. Bye.